Okay, need to scoot over, but hello. It's me. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm still doing this at least one stream every day thing. Thank you for the knock, Liquid. We're still working our way through Dread Delusion. I know there's not much left in the game. I'm thinking like maybe this stream and then maximum 2 more streams after that, I think. But Liquid, good to see you. I appreciate you coming. Appreciate you being here. You don't have to stay up. You can sleep. That you are allowed. I permit it. But you did mention the Havoc mod. What do you, you said it's suffering, not in a cursed way. Game plays wildly different. Like, is it more challenging? How do you mean? Fuck you, I'm gonna stay up. Okay. We are playing more Dread Delusion. Yesterday we finished building up my house. And now I live with a demon. So that's cool. Anyway, let's play game. You're playing on normal and you've died 6 times in the first 2 levels. All of them were in the same spot, but still, okay. So it just makes it, like, more challenging? Like, what does the Havoc mod do? It's hard, but the whole game is different.
Our world is long since...
Like, weapons are changed, encounters are different. What are we talking? More enemies, more friends, more stuff, more weapons. Okay. Okay. So just more. Alright. Let me see if I can figure out what I should be doing. I'm going to the Corrupted Lands. That is it. That is it. Yep, I remembered. I just need to leave the town. Wrong way, I think. Yeah. There's a minigun. Wait, were you talking about? You're talking about Halo, Halo 1, right? Combat Evolved. I think you're talking about Halo 1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a minigun in Halo 1. Interesting. Flamethrower? Is like, are the levels the same though? It's just like more enemies, more weapons, more allies, more. Pistol shoots faster, multiple kinds of ARs. Not sure about that one, but I won't complain. I should have taken the lift. That would have been smarter. But alas, here we are. God. Is that my pug? He's snoring so loud. Kinda, but not in a shit's plastered everywhere kind of thing. Yeah, you're saying it's like quality. I assume it's done well. It's probably just like, I will admit, Halo Combat Evolved 1, whatever you want to call it, amazing for its time. Absolutely amazing. It's still a good game. However, it does feel a little empty at times, so I kind of get where you're coming from. Sealed by an unseen device. That looks like an unseen device. This does not feel empty. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Like, the main difference was. Every encounter is different. Ooh, okay, see, now that's interesting, too. I don't know what this place is, but it's hiding something from me, and I must know. Ah, this wasn't even worth it, man. I got fucking something beyond this trap. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know. I don't care about that. It's lore. Lore is cool in this. I just don't want to sit there and read a book. Like, I really like the lore in this, but sitting and finding, like, books you find in the world is definitely something I do, when I'm not streaming. And honestly, I might do, like, a second playthrough of this just on my own. I feel like that'd be fun, especially if I do, like, a mage build. And I can make different choices, too. Okay, so... yeah, corrupted lands are up there, I guess. Looks like it. And I think someone mentioned that I could cross on, like, some sort of broken down machine, and this looks like it. Digging engine, yeah, it's gotta be it. Alright, let's go. Control console is caked with dirt and dust. A spider skitters away into the hole where an indicator light has been torn out. Nobody's been here in a long time. Amidst the decay, you spy a keypad with 6 round keys. Yeah. Metcalf's vision. A memory of Vela's hand rises up from your subconscious like bubbles from a drowning soul. Punch in the numbers 050451. Alright. Cool. You'd recommend, especially with a friend. Legendary would be a nightmare. You also die faster, but your shields will recharge faster. Okay. Scorpion tank main cannon shoots where you point now. That's a nice change. Okay, let me look around. This place is disgusting. Am I gonna get some sort of disease? Let's see if there's anything up here. Oh. There's treasure. Okay. You're new. Kind of terrifying. Honestly, this is the enemy that kind of unsettles me the most out of everything I've fought. Marines are useful. In fact, you had a group of them just clear an entire fight. Doesn't exactly feel like you're on the back foot all the time. I don't exactly know what you mean by that. But useful Marines is nice. Needs a key. I might not be able to go in here right now. This is nothing. Nah, I can't do anything here right now. Yeah, I'll have to find someone that gives me a key to that. So, like, yes. You're against a massive alien force that should outstrip you in almost every way. Okay. Yes. True. We're talking about the back foot comment. Okay, okay. I'm re-engaged. Go ahead. Who's this? Who are you? Your distorted voice clangs from inside their helmet. Wandering in the corrupted lands. Sure hope you've made out your will. Okay. Cool. Cool. Glad we could establish that. You and your Marines should be having a tough time fighting for your life. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. So it kind of feels more like that. Some of these firefights don't feel that way. It feels like you're winning? Okay, so is this like a... Is this kind of like your main criticism with the mod, at least so far? But at the same time, you say it's difficult, so I'm a little trying to consolidate these things. Okay, I got a new attribute. I guess I'll do my wisdom now. I got my guile up a little bit. You're watching your 30-something Marines team shoot everything into the dirt. Holy shit, that's a lot of Marines. I was thinking like a squad of like 5 or something. And it does make me think, like, as much shit as, Halo Infinite got, I did like the Marines in that one. Like, the fact that you could just pick them up and they'd actually help you out for a little while, that was nice. Instead of just dying immediately like in most Halos. And I played on Legendary. So, you know? But to be fair, you also didn't get a fucking... Yeah, they were busted in that game, I agree. I think that's the only reason they felt, like, useful and normal on Legendary is that they were busted on every other difficulty. But, it just sounds like you just get, like, an army of them in that one. That's wild. Fascinating. Is this what happens to people here? Man, y'all are just glitched, huh? I'll use it. I was expecting kind of a bit more of a dramatic twist to this place, to be honest. Like, yeah, they all turned into zombies. Okay. Yep. But I was expecting like some sort of thing like this side of the kingdom's actually the more prosperous side, you know? But no, they're just all zombies and monsters or whatever. Whatever they are. We'll probably stream it sometime soon as a test to start off streaming again. I will try to be there both for you and the game. Because I'd like to see it. Could be something I play with Adam, because he's still... Like, you know, Adam's my best friend. His favorite game's Halo. He's a little miffed I haven't played Halo with just him. At least on stream. Whoa, hey, what the fuck, bro? Well, alright. Can you just take me somewhere? Thank you. I could have saved myself, but... Oh man, you brought me all the way back here. That's exactly why I didn't save myself. I was like, well, I don't want to have to go all the way back. Fucking hell, dude. It's fucking lame. Figured there'd be a respawn point somewhere up there. Oh well, at least I know how to get there quickly. I need a stamina potion. Alright, so to get there, I think I went this way, I'm pretty sure. I just want to, like, explore that side before going the other way. Okay, good. It looks like the enemies I cleared are still gone. That's nice. Nope. Or maybe this guy's new? Hello. Okay. I'm back. Let's do that again, but not fuck up this time. I just figured I'd be able to walk onto the ground up here, but when I walked into it, it just made me slide off. That was wonderful. I loved that. Alright, alright. Gotta save, at least. Yeah, this is... What is this area? I'm sure one of my quests has me go here. The fuck, how is this floating? Where am I? Lost City of Progress. How's this floating? I mean, I get, like, you know, this world's magical, but, like, this whole area seemed like it was more mechanics than magic, but that's just fucking floating. I don't know. I don't know why it's bothering me so much, but it is. Can I get in here? No? Oh, hello. Judgment, the City of Progress is under strict quarantine by order of the Clockwork King. Okay. Therefore, edict, entry is forbidden except by those in possession of the proper password. In memory of Metcalf's... A memory of Metcalf's vision wells up from your subconscious, like a leech rising from a lakebed to feed after dark. I must obey the inscrutable exhortations of my soul. Pondering. Emergency override accepted. Welcome back, Mr. Frost. Okay, yep. So this is for that quest. Good to know. I'll go ahead and set this as my spawn point. Alright, this seems like a dungeon and a half. Take it step by step. Hey, I was gonna stab you. I was gonna sneaky stab you, but you ruined it. I don't even know if there's like sneak attacks in this. I don't think there are. Nice. Okay. Hello. Ah, pa 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 pa. Nice. Oh, I will say, just for posterity, last stream I mentioned that I would be able to have dog cam today. I cannot, and the only reason I cannot is that the cord on my second camera is not long enough. But I'm gonna order an extension cable, and then we'll have dog cam again. So, soon. Very soon. Hopefully you can get it for tomorrow. Oh, you mean the stream? Hey man, whenever you do it, I will try to be there. Should be doable no matter where I'm at. I just hope I pay attention to my phone enough to see Liquid went live. You're working on something in the background. Get that doggo cam in there too. Doggo cam's coming. Doggo cam is gonna make a return. Also, hello Kevin. What? Since I got you here, Liquid, and Kevin, if you feel like responding, what do you think of this camera? This is a new camera, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, here, let me just go over here so you can see it properly. Like, I think it looks good. My glasses are crooked. I think it looks good. I think. You know? Like, it seems like it's actually... The thing is, the two cameras are the same quality, but this one looks better quality. But it also looks more real, and you can see how pale I am, and I don't like that. Like the other one I liked because it made me look better, but this one looks more real, but I don't like that. That's what I think. But yeah, it looks good. You can change the saturation. No, I mean, like, I want it to be... Like, the thing is, the main reason I got this... One, I get to get dog cam back, which is cool. But two, I noticed that, like, on my YouTube videos, when I was editing them, I did, like, a lot of zoom-ins, and they'd get grainy pretty quickly. So I'm trying to get something that doesn't do that as much as my other one did. So yeah, that's the main reason. But also dog cam. Higher quality dog cam. Alright. Let's work our way through this. So this looks like, this is reminding me of that living flesh back in the undead zone, which I don't know if there's gonna be more to that. We'll see. Might need to make a camera into your webcam. Yeah, I know. That's definitely the way to do it. That's how bigger streamers like Kevin do it, but I'd have to shell out a lot more money to get a camera like that, you know? Oh, wait. There we go. Listen, Linda. What? Huh. So that highlights lower objects, which is cool. Okay. No, I'm okay with my webcam not being like super ultra high quality like Kevin, but you know, at some point, you know, if my shit actually succeeds to a better degree than it ever has, then I might get a camera like that. And you know, if my content creation makes more money, then I'll be willing to spend more money on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And plus, I'm also buying furniture for my house right now. That's kind of taking up a lot of my paychecks. Like, I'm gonna keep streaming regardless. And, you know, doing content creation, whatever it may be. It'll definitely be streaming and then maybe something else. But, you know, if it starts doing well, then I'll put more into it. It's just, I feel like that's normal. Got him. There's some really good webcams on the market right now. There's almost zero reason to have a massive camera for 1080p streaming, if that makes sense. You just had 2 of them lying around anyway. Yeah, but if you're gonna go up, like, you know, if I'm recording let's say my YouTube videos take off, God willing, and then, like, I could upgrade to, like, a 4K camera, right? Because then I could zoom in really far and it'd still look good. Like, just theoretically. But I agree, if I'm just streaming in 1080p, there's not really a need to upgrade beyond a webcam. Oh, I opened up a shortcut. You don't think you're gonna lean in too hard on streaming? Yeah. YouTube does make it a bit more of a... Yeah, exactly, because I can edit my videos to be more than 1080p. But yeah, I'm buying the stuff that allows me to do what I want to do on stream, and I'm pretty much just okay with that unless I start making money. Like money. Making money. Okay. There's a bed in there. Oh, hey, Pinoy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well, man. Just yakking about random shit while I try to find my way through this dungeon. Hello. Okay, I saw some enemies, I want to say that direction? Yes. Hello. Alright, I'm gonna have to whip out the bow for this, there's gonna be too many of these. Hey, welcome in, Travis. You're working on rebuilding OBS. Things went poorly today. Did you stream? I didn't think you streamed today. Official opinion, I should nuke. You should nuke your OBS scenes after 2 to 3 streams and start over. That's a lot of work. I'm not doing that. But Liquid, I hope you have a good sleep. I appreciate you hanging for a little bit. And, yeah. I look forward to your stream. Whenever it is. Everybody, Liquid said he's gonna stream soon. We should all be there. Everything broke before you went live. What happened? What happened that you have to rebuild OBS? Like, I've never had a failure that bad. But to be fair, most of my scenes are like one image and then my camera on top, so it really isn't hard to rebuild if I have to. You should stream again, but unannounced? Yes, you should. Yeah, just do it randomly. And then, like, if you're gonna make it a habit of coming back, just go live with that first one and then tell people what your plans are. I don't know why I'm up here, but I like it. Gonna jump? Yes. Fucking parkour. I can't really do anything from here. Key. Oh no. Jeez. Hello. Okay. Hello. Oh, you died quickly. Kind of weird. I think the last OBS scene you had 197 different images on it and 6 camera sources. I remember that one time you had a bunch of different cameras and it was just like a fucking... It was like 180 degrees of view or something. That was ridiculous. I loved it. I don't know what that did. Yeah, I don't think I made your last stream. Whatever it was. Maybe there was one time you just went live with skating. It was a good time. Open. Fortunately, new webcams, new webcams are too high quality to make that work now. Only worked because they were 240p. It was amazing regardless. You could get like a primary... Why do I need so many keys in this fucking place? Get like a primary webcam and then just get a bunch of really shitty ones. And then make the shitty ones like your faded mirror images or whatever. Need to find some keys. Like, I need to find... I feel like I need to find one area I can get inside, and that'll get me a key, and then it'll just be like a chain of finding more keys. Shroom wine, that's not what I wanted. Okay, what's up here? Jack shit. This place is ominous. Okay, this is where I came in. I want to see if I can make it to the end. That's really the question. Last time you were live during Lego City Undercut. That's right, you were doing like a few of those Lego games. When your mom called to tell you your dad died? No, that is... I don't know if it's funny to end stream that way, but... Like... From like a... You know, like a zoomed out view, yes, that's hilarious. But like, I don't know, that's just so grim. But, I can't... I feel like you streamed more recently than that, because that was a while ago, right? That was a... Because that had to be when I was still in law school, I think. Three years ago, yep, that makes sense. Ooh, I can maybe jump to that. The only stream since then was you opening your vacuum cleaner. Well, I definitely missed that one. Jesus, I wish I hadn't. Yeah. Musical box cylinder. Okay, that's for Metcalf. That's apparently for his quest. Good to know. I didn't even need the key. Fuck all of you. But now I can't really get out. Hold on. Okay. Well, I think that was the ultimate thing I needed to get to, which is kind of hilarious. I just jumped over to it. I do still want to see if I can just open up that door to make it like to really finish the shortcut, so to speak. Where is the shortcut? 16 minutes and you set up the webcam on the vacuum for an FPOV thing. That's crazy, man. I love it. That's amazing. Nice. There. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Now where the fuck am I? Hello. Ah, there's two of yous. Yeah, fuck you. Nice. Okay. Let's see what lies inside. Can I break this down? Nope. Was it a nice vacuum at least? Like, was it like a really fancy vacuum or something? Nothing. Just a normal vacuum. Okay. Got it. Square key. Look at that. I found my first domino of keys. I might as well make sure I don't miss anything and go in all the rooms. Something make the content you want to watch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, like, listen, it's a very Travis coded thing you just described. I was just, just seeing if there was anything in there that made sense, but no, not really. Is this a cannon? Why would I want to get in here? Wonder if this key opens this. Nope. I think I was supposed to find a key to open this, but I just didn't. Oh, what's up there? Ooh. You would also click on someone's YouTube video named Cool Vacuum Unboxing Sucks Positive. Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely, always make sure you make content that you like, don't just pander, you know? But I mean, I feel like your tastes are a little niche. Just a little. But as long as you're having a fun time, who gives a fuck? I still don't know what that is. Ooh, nice. I'm very glad I continued checking the rooms. Because I think that'll make it so I can get my, like, the best sword in the game. I think. About this. And that's where I get his thing. This game is from YouTube week 1. No, my intention is to never have the... Like, I'll never stream the YouTube games, and I'll never play games I played on stream on YouTube, yeah. So they're always different. I have a fucking chart, because of course I do. Sure that'd make Jeno proud. This is a completely separate Doom-like medieval game. It's not. This is more like RPG than like a Doom-like. This is like supposed to be like inspired by Morrowind and stuff like that. Granted, it's a little more streamlined than Morrowind, but yeah, I definitely see the Morrowind influence in it. Can I open this? Nope. I don't know. Oh, wait, yep, I did that one. It doesn't really matter. Got what I needed. Go up here. If you think about it, Morrowind is just slow Doom. I mean, I feel like any game in which you kill things, you could say is just a version of Doom. In which the main focus of the game is fighting things. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done in this place. I'm kind of tired of being here. I got a few good things. I don't really care if I miss some stuff. Sir, I'm an esteemed game journalist, and I'm gonna say this is the X-like of Y games. Yeah. The fucking lines between genres get a bit fucking annoying after a while. A roguelike Forza-like RPG gacha game. That's what that's the kind of games we have now. Yeah, back in my day, we had FPSs, RPGs, and strategy games, and that was it. Mario Odyssey is the Souls-like of Mario. What the fuck? Listen, I played through Odyssey and I don't even understand how that's true. Alright. What else do I have to do in this place? I know I need some of that, so I'm kind of glad I came across that. Open mouth, kiss the moon from Majora's Mask, or have the mask salesman appear in my vision every time I pee for the next 100 Ps. Okay, what size is the moon? Is it like real size? Like it's an actual fucking moon that I have to kiss? So at that point, it's like I'll barely even know what's going on, you know? No, but the tongue will fit my entire cheek pouch. Is there like a time limit for the kiss? I'm really leaning toward this kiss, but you're making it worse, which is making me unsure. Like he's in there. Okay, yeah. I figured that. Does he have herpes? Does he have mouth herpes? 3.5 minutes! 3.5 minutes! Holy shit! I'll go with the weird peas. At least I know that's... you know, I'll be able to count them and I'll know when it's gonna end. And then I can just, like, force it. I'll just go in there and, like, you know, like, there's like, nothing in the chamber, but I just empty out whatever's in there, you know what I mean? And then that's one of them. Cleanup camp. Royal Beacon. Okay. I feel like I need to go to both. Hello. Hello, people. Voice comes through harsh and commanding through their helmet. Gawked enough, have you? Had your fill. If you didn't any respect, you'd piss off right back to Ferropolis. Y'all aren't really friendly, huh? You're welcome for your YouTube short farming purposes. God. Yeah. It's something else. I've kind of talked to my wife about, like, if anything, really, if any content creation I do takes off, she has expressed that she'd be willing to take over my social media for a fee. So, if it ever comes to the point where I'm actually, like, doing well on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, and you just see me amp up the content, that's all Cherie. Amp up, like, the social media shit, at least. Cock. Thanks for that cock, Tanner. How you doing, buddy? Oh, interesting landmark, you say? Yeah, wow. I didn't realize I was walking across a bunch of stuff like that. Okay, there's not too much to the Corrupted Lands, I see, but there's enough. It's like there's something over here. I don't know what. Wow. These things are weak. Jeez, Rocky. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Oh god, a shot. I forgot to bring a shot glass out here still, so I still gotta drink it out of that weird pug mug. You started playing ukulele yesterday? Is that a real thing, or are you just saying you were replaying ukulele? Alright. I gotta drink out of this. Let me rinse it out real quick. That's a real thing? What is it? Hold on, I'll be right back. They remade it, huh? Alright. Remember all the complaints about the backtracking? I'm gonna go to just talking while we do this. All the complaints about the backtracking and it being too much of a Nintendo 64 game, but shiny and having to unlock moves and shit. I'll be honest. The main thing I remember about Yooka-Laylee is that there was some YouTuber involved that had a lot of controversy around him and people were upset. That's all I remember about Yooka-Laylee. Well, and that it's basically Banjo-Kazooie, but that's different. I didn't really remember it much about... I remember hearing that the game was just... It was just kind of okay. That was what I remember hearing. In regards to, like, how the game was. JonTron, yeah. Yeah, I remember people were upset about that for... You know... They were very upset about that. I just tried to put like a cork top on this thing when it's a screw top. That was very stupid. Yooka-Laylee was 100% faithful to being an N64 game made in 2015. Like, backtracking. Is that what you're saying? Alright, I filled this up too much. This is more than a shot, but that's my fault because I should have just brought out a shot glass. Fuck you, Tanner. Alright. Game. So this is more on the inspired by N64 instead of literally just more N64. I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you like it better? I feel like you might actually prefer it to be more like N64, but I could be wrong. Hearing some strange sounds. Control panel is a dizzying array of levers, dials, and buttons, many smashed or corroded. Among them is a slot-like entry port, waiting for input. A howling wind whips snow and ash across your face. Okay, King's message. The card jams in the slot, but you give it a good shove. For a moment, nothing happens. The whole tower begins to vibrate. Needles jump back and forth along their dials. A transistor bursts in a shower of glass. One by one, indicator lights go green as the beacon reconnects with its long-lost king. Above you, the giant antenna crackles into life and emits a pulse of silent sound felt in your belly rather than heard. The pulse continues at regular intervals, singing a song that only your bones can hear, broadcasting a monarch's lonely cry down into the underlands. Suddenly, the control panel cackles and squeals before emitting a familiar voice. God's the damn thing even work? Hey, asshole, are you hearing this? Okay. Mikhail, is that you? Misha, no. This is the ancient mummified queen of the Underlands here to tell you you have a stupid nose, pinhead, nincompoop, fucking scroosh. Listen, we do not have long with this device, so pay attention. Misha has some friends who have been watching you through the king's eyes. They know all about Chief Interpreter Aphra and her big plan, enough to cannot be trusted. Go down in Ferropolis and find a market trader named Reza. Ask them, the 7th letter. Do this before you Aphra's punch card, understand? Wait, where exactly do I find Reza? It appears Mikhail can no longer hear you. Great. You and I believe, we have seen each other's souls. We have and discussed philosophy. Nothing matters this. Misha is asking you as a friend. There's nothing more, save for the roar of static. Okay. You think there's value to the first one? You 100%ed it twice. Jesus, 45 hours in it. Yeah. This one feels like a modern platformer and still has the good core gameplay. Okay. So you're saying pros and cons. Pros and cons to both, basically. Well, you're kind of saying you like both. I mean, it sounds like you 100%ed the other one, and now you're like, well, might as well 100% this one. But is it like... Okay, so it is a remake. So it's not like new levels or anything like that. They just kind of made it better. Also, goddamn, it came out 10 years ago? Fuck. Old. Old! Old! Okay. Going south. This dude respawn? There's a few new levels? Okay. Yeah, I need to sleep soon. Let me try to finish up the quests I have down here first. Shouldn't be too much more. Just one, I think? Let me be sure. Yeah, I gotta go back to him. Cleanup camp. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go do this one last quest in the Corrupted Lands. Corrupted Lands are fucking small, dude. Really. Not that much to them. Kind of like if you Banjo-Kazooie'd plus Banjo-Tooie and started with all your moves like you do in Tooie. Oh, so they actually made it so you have all your moves from the jump, and then in the original you had to like unlock them and then backtrack? Is that right? Interesting. They must have really gotten a lot of complaints. The fuck? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Hello. Welcome to the end of the world, citizen. The food's terrible, but you can't beat the view. Is this the cleanup camp? Yep, the last outpost of normal reality. Or at least, their words are drowned out by a deafening metallic voice from the main building. Cleanup worker Flores, report to my office. Repeat Flores to my office. Huang out. Normal for us, anyway. Okay, let me go talk to the main guy. Maybe he'll know. Well, well, if it ain't the curse dodger in the flesh. Chief not gotten word of you yet? Or have you come back just to see me? Is this truly necessary? You've been outside. What do you think? I don't know who you are. They poke a long, thin probe inside your mouth, then wave it all up and down your body. Connected apparatus emits little chirps and warbles. Alright, you're clean. For now. Oh, you checked me when I went in the city. That's right, I remember. Go on ahead. Okay. Hello. This cleanup worker is tearing hungrily at a hunk of black bread like a rabid dog. They do not respond except to make an obscene gesture at you. Cool. Hello. You see a scarred man with several days' stubble chewing an unlit cigar as he scans over a map. He curses and leans over to a trumpet-like apparatus sprouting from the wall. Attention reserves shift. Attention reserve shift. Zeta Patrol is late. I want a relief party ready in 36 minutes. Huang out. As he speaks, you can faintly hear his magically amplified words booming across the camp outside the window. He turns to you with a scowl. What's this now? A tourist? Afraid we'll have to skip the grand tour. Or are you gonna tell me you took a wrong turn? I'm looking for someone who might have come through here. He eyes you dubiously. Are you now? Got bad news. If your friend ended up in the corrupted lands, odds are there's not much left of him. Let's get one thing straight, sunshine. I'm cleanup leader Huang, and this is my cleanup camp. That means every cunt here follows my rules and obeys my orders, no matter what some shite for brains tinker from Ferropolis says. Clear? Now, why in the hell are you in my office? John Chon drama wasn't that he was in the game, it's that they removed him after he did a racism on Twitch. Oh. Yeah. I didn't know enough about it, clearly. I'm looking for a missing child. Huang listens to your story, shaking his head. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing. Finding a single person among the corrupted, let alone their name, it's pure bonkers. Bonkers. Corruption warps most things beyond recognition. If this kid got absorbed into a canker mass, they've not even got a body anymore. Sometimes individual corrupted ones have traces of their old selves, clothes, tattoos, and the like. But that's rare. Gotta get a closer look at those corrupted ones in the cage. Huang takes his cigar out of his mouth. You're a real specimen, aren't you? Be my guest. If your life's that cheap. Cleanup worker Cohen's our resident monster expert, so if you got other questions, ask them. Huang leans over the speaking trumpet again. Attention, cleanup worker Cohen. Attention, Cohen. Let this weird-looking scunner into the cage, will ye? Huang out. Okay, then. Hey, Boosh. You think I'm weak? I'll have you know I'm sitting here with Hot Ones Pringles. Would a weak person be able to stand the heat? Good to see you, Boosh. Good to see you. Alright. They're not gonna attack me? You feel the clockwork in your skull grind into furious motion as it translates the corrupted one's speech. They actually speak? Give us this day our drifting motes. Forgive us for our small umbrages as we forgive Mrs. Parker of 37 Crundle Road. Progress, nothing, nowhere, no when. What do you mean by it? Can't see any indication this is Oleg's child, okay. You feel the clockwork, blah, blah, blah. Beginning at the end for want of finitude. Aporia, only the facts if you please. Alas, Threshing Engine 3 cannot be saved. Why won't you listen? And catatonic bustle round and round. Congratulations, you have been accepted. Wait. We'll haul away together into Royal Project MMCCCIX Horoscope. Alas, Threshing Engine 3 has suffered yearning unbefitting of its station. Bastards, useless fucking bastards. Edict, no one listens. Father sent me, I'm here to help. It stares at the locket as if hypnotized. Paw. Corrupted one becomes visibly agitated in its movements and speech. Edict, stop slouching. Water trickling gently through the park. Please listen. Alas. Fault in status check. Unlatch. Reseat. He loves you, dearie, even if he doesn't show it. Alas, cannot exist. Subject CCXLIICCLIII. Thy petition is hereby granted. Please listen. Entreaty, we are sorry to inform. What happened to you? Denied and thrice denied. Attention all workers, this is a disaster warning. I kept a meaning to write before only. Soil, then hang thyself. Unlatch, reseat. Alas, in accordance with Project Horoscope parameters, please listen. Can you tell me your name? Dear Pa, I am writing to tell you, clean each crystal head thrice daily until record of fault. Help us, we are lost, and enclose this locket, which I hope shall always remind you, please listen. Edict, all prior common names are hereby annulled and shall be as dust. Come on, we have to go. Sincerely, your loving daughter, Afra Mishkin. What? You say Afra as in Chief Interpreter Afra? It's not clear whether she can understand you. Attention, please evacuate immediately for your own. What? So we'll no more go a-roving. Please help us. Alas, cannot exist. Afra, there's no time. Unlatch, reseat. Yeah, I'll give the locket back to Oleg. Yeah. What's the purpose of Project Horoscope? What role did it play in Afra Mishkin's fate, and how is she connected to the other Afra that you've met before? The only one who can answer these questions is a man whose name is stamped all over the horoscope files, Sunil Khan, the King's Speaker. Okay, so that's who I have to talk to? Okay. Well, how'd you get on in there? That last one looked like it wanted to make a proper mess of you. How'd you get on in there? That's what he meant. You didn't tell me the corrupted spoke sixfold cipher. Sixfold? You mean you understood that gobbledygook? I see now. You've got one of those fancy machinist skull implants. Hope you had an edifying dialogue. One of the corrupted seemed to recognize my locket. That's uncommon, but not unknown. Sometimes they seem to be attracted to particular places, houses, town squares, ruined fountains. My theory is that some of them retain vestigial memories from their life. Anything else you want to know? One of them told me her name. I think she was asking me for help. Cohen looks perturbed. Its name? You sure you heard that right? That's definitely weird. I suppose that supports my vestigial memory theory. Assuming it wasn't just some name it heard around the camp. Look, I know it's unsettling, but they do this sometimes. The last machinist we saw here thought it was some sort of reflex action, like rigor mortis. Try not to lose too much sleep over it, eh? Anything else you want to know? No, I'm good. I wish I could, like... Not that I can see what my character looks like, but I would like to look like one of them. They look cool. Alright, I gotta head back to the city. I need to sleep anyway. Let me speed this up a little bit, though. Whoa, holy shit. Whoa. Okay. Let's do it again. No, I'll drink a potion. See if we can jump the gap. Well, that's a big gap. Actually, I don't even need to jump it, I just need to jump. Whee! Oh, I thought this thing made it so I didn't take fall damage. Why have I been lied to? It's fine. There's way too many, like, kickstarted, here's an XYZ nostalgic type game, and then they get massively criticized for literally following the template they said they would. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that a number of times. But I don't know. People are people, I guess, you know? They don't realize that what they want isn't what's being described until it's too late. But yeah, I didn't even, like, all I heard about Yooka-Laylee was that it was kind of okay. It wasn't the best game, it was just okay. And I heard the shit about JonTron. Okay, sure. So, like, I didn't even know, like, the game didn't do well. I thought it did just okay. That was my assumption. What you're saying is I should stream or tube Yooka-Laylee or Yooka-Replaylee. I can put it on the list. I'm curious about this Yooka-Replaylee. I'm gonna pull it up in Steam so I know to look at it later. Like, I haven't even heard about that. Ignore that. Okay. Yeah, here it is. It came out like 4 days ago. No wonder I haven't heard about it. Yeah, I'll put it on my list of stuff. Let me just do that now so I don't forget. It's definitely a stream game, not a YouTube game. I will say. And just so you know, whenever we get back to doing the vote, it will be classified as a rad platformer game. I do collect-a-thon, but that's a little too descriptive. Okay. Alright, I got it. Got it saved, got it, everything. It's on the list. Oh, I need to close my folder. Okay. Grant Kirkhope of Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong 64 did the soundtrack. I think it's exactly what you think it is. Yeah, Grant Kirkhope also did music for Kingdoms of Amalur, I think, and I really like the music in that. And ever since then, I realized he does a lot of music for a lot of the games that I liked, especially as a kid. Okay, who should I talk? I should, There's someone, I needed to find Riva. Where's Riva? It said in the market, I don't know. You're not Riva. I feel like I've come across someone named Riva before. Jack Samir. Is it the in-person, maybe? Baba. Your name is Baba. Go ahead and make my spawn point here, though. Are you Riva? Doyle, I don't care. I don't care about this. I mean, Riva has got to be like a woman's name, right? I feel like. Let me see if the quest gives any more information. Riza, excuse me, in Ferropolis, mentioned the 7th letter. This is a market trader. Was that this person? No. Hold on, what kind of, did it give like a type of trader? A market trader. It's vague. Vague as hell. The fuck is this? What the fuck happened here? But this place was fine. I clearly haven't been up here. The fuck? Weird. Are you Riza? Cower. I'm sorry, I'm not looking to read everyone's everything. I just want to find Riza. Riza. It's not her, is it? No, Yasmin, that's right. Yeah. Just trying to fucking jump on the roof, but oh well. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up where to find this person. I need to sleep. Hello. Oh, it's Riza. Understood. Where's Riza? You said, wait, is she here? Jesus. Hard to break in here, but I'm gonna do it. Nice. Fine Oracle. What? Okay, what did you say? If anyone can make sense of this teapot, it's Riza. Okay. Oh, where is this person? Just like going everywhere at this point. Down here. Not now. Who are you? Ugh. Wish I could ask a guard. Fortunately, they seem to not be too friendly. Oh, Riza. Person's looking for their pet, whose name is Weapon. What's this place? Sealed to me. Cool. The fuck is this place? Aw, nothing behind the waterfall. Lane? Wait, here's a marketplace. Are you Riza? Oh. Who is Riza? Are you? I bet you're them. What's that now, my dear? Let me find my looking glass. Why is your face so small? She fishes among the charms dangling at her neck and produces a large glass lens, which has the disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to an enormous size. Much better, yes. You see, my dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. Her one giant pupil dances back and forth like a fish in a bowl as she examines you. You seek alchemical aid, do you? Ah, it's not even the right person! Ugh. She does sell a lot of potions, though. I felt like I'd found the person. There's a lot of this city I haven't seen, apparently. I don't know, man. I'm about to look it up, though. Have I been here? Hello? See a middle-aged person with light brown skin and an eye patch dressed in an eclectic patchwork of colorful fabrics. Can't quite figure out their gender, which seems deliberate. Why, hello there, child. Come to browse. Who are you? Name's Riza. Okay, thank God. Fortune teller, trinket vendor, and listener on many grapevines. For a price, I can sell you talismans of luck and protection, or perhaps even a little advice about your problems. No talismans for me. Looking for the 7th letter. The gaudy trader squints at you and then glances left and right to check nobody's listening. They beckon you closer. Who told you to come here? Were you followed? Misha sends his greetings. Good. They appraise you with the remaining eye. So you're the one who's helping Aphra. I see she's got your head stuffed with clockwork like a good little machinist. Tell me, did she explain what a cranial moderator does? She said it would let me speak sixfold cipher. Ah, I'm sure. So then nobody warned you how a cranial moderator warps your thinking, smooths out any irrational notions, makes you look at the world like a machinist, seeing everything as a puzzle you can solve? The biggest changes will take a few years, but mark my words, they will come. That's why I got rid of mine. You used to be a machinist too? Yes, for many years I even wrote some of the cipher magic that lets the king alter people, so I speak with authority when I say that countless lives depend on you defying Aphra's plan. Alright, I'm listening. Don't misunderstand me. Aphra's a sweet girl. We were very close once. She absolutely believes she's doing the right thing. Sadly for all of us, she's wrong. Look around you, child. See how we are all at the mercy of this infernal machine which not even the machinists can control? Can you honestly say that what we need is more Clockwork King? No. However brilliant Aphra's spell may be, it cannot fix the problems with the king, because the king is the problem. I kind of agree. What's your alternative? Riza flashes you a crooked grin and hands you something heavy wrapped in colorful rags. I'm glad you asked. This is a different kind of spell. Inserted in place of Aphra's, it will trigger a runaway fault cascade. Gradually but irrevocably shuts down the king with minimum destruction. So So you're this mystery villain I keep hearing about. They smile cryptically. There's no such person as the saboteur, child. Only a group of like-minded people who love this land and see no good in leaving its fate to an overgrown grandfather clock. So do we understand each other, or is there more you'd like to know? What's in it for me if I follow your plan? Riza snorts. A reward? Child, by the time you enter that audience chamber, I will be gone, either dead or in hiding. Perhaps the guild has told you all about all the sacks of gold we get from the Apostatic Union. I've never seen a penny of it, and neither have my comrades. Any resources that we do possess will be needed in the days ahead. You must do this because it is right, or not at all. But do we understand each other? About you and your cause. Okay. You were a machinist too. What makes you any better than Aphra? Riza grins crookedly. Now you're asking the right questions. Yes, I accept my share of the blame for the mess this kingdom is in. Excuse me. Luckily, I do not work alone. Although this spell was drafted by my hands, it is the work of many minds. Most of my comrades, whom you will never meet, are ordinary layfolk. I pledge my magic to serve them, not the other way around. You know why I was chosen to give you this punch card? Because I'm the most expendable. The machinists already know very well who I am. You still have questions, child? Why did you leave? They sighed deeply. Child, did you ever... Why do you keep calling me child? Did you ever hear that old fairy tale about the boy who got a splinter of a mirror in his eye? No. Made him cold and cruel, seeing only the worst in things. The king wields unimaginable power, far too much for any one being. In my youth, I thought that this made the guild more important, that we had a duty to use such power wisely. But when you make so many life or death decisions every day, when you see people's darkest secrets piled up in stacks every morning in the royal archives, like so many freshly cut logs, you grow numb to it. You forget what the stakes are. I did not like what I saw reflected in my colleagues' eyes, or in my own. Do you still have questions, child? Machinists say you're the reason for the king's problems. Riza snorts. Hogwash. Child, I know what the king is made of. I could recite every syllable of its cipher nucleus by heart. Although to do so would be most unwise. Did we sabotage the king when we believe it will do good? Certainly. Do we divert royal goods to distribute fairly in our communities? Yes, sometimes. But are we the root of the king's madness? Don't make me laugh. We could toil for decades and cause fewer faults than the king itself generates before breakfast. Only a truly stupid machinist could believe that we are anything more than an excuse for their failures. Still have questions? Not really, no. I'll consider what you said. Don't trust Aphra and don't trust me either, just do what you think is right. Sounds like the king needs to go. I mean, honestly, I kind of got that feeling just entering the city. Looked up reviews of Replay Lee / Laylee, and IGN is literally like, oh, it fixes all the problems we complained about originally, here's a lower score. I mean, listen, if anyone relies on IGN to be a veritable source of game reviews, they are out of their fucking mind. Like, they've been a meme for their game reviews for at least 10 years, I swear. Also, hello, Liz. Rose such a gossip Gabby. You talking about the saboteur? No, for being like a secret agent or whatever, they sure were willing to yak. Hey, are you the person? You're not the person. I need to find this Sunil person. Is that you? Yes. Speak quickly, citizen. My time is in high demand. Why is there a giant teapot, this guy? Let's have a little chat about Project Horoscope. Sunil narrows his eyes at you. Am I meant to recognize that name? You're telling me that was some other Sunil Khan's name all over the project files? Sunil looks at you with a hint of surprise, the first time you've seen him off balance. How did you... You tell Sunil what you discovered about Oleg's daughter, Aphra. When you're finished, he sighs. My, you have been inquisitive. Were your loyalties not so obviously suspect, you might have even made a good interpreter. So, what is it you imagine you'll get from me? Oleg deserves to know the truth. The things recorded in the Library of Untruths are fictions. They never happened. We're discussing imaginary hypotheticals. Do you understand? Sure, this is all only a fairy tale. Oddly, Sunil smiles. In a certain land, in a certain kingdom, very far from here, yes, quite so. In a certain land, there was a king with magical powers. One day, the king's retainers asked if he could use his magic to transform people to their best selves. The king agreed, but first ordered a test. The king's retainers would scour the land to find 6 people who between them embodied all its variation in character and temperament. The king would then multiply each candidate 6-fold, changing every copy in a different way. Original candidates remain unchanged to see what happened when the king did nothing. And to keep the test pure, the king would make all 36 subjects forget they were ever part of it. Is that why the king wouldn't grant Oleg's daughter wishes? There's no Oleg in this tale, but yes, the fictional king we are discussing could not allow the original 6 subjects to be magically altered in any way, lest the experiment become tainted. Okay. 6th candidate, Aphra, was wild and disobedient, showing little promise. Yet it was one of their copies, the 6th, in fact, who proved wisest of all. So the king was satisfied and began using his magic to create many more good and faithful subjects. This motherfucker's cloning people without them even knowing. It was a great sorrow when the original Aphra was consumed by a plague unleashed by the king's enemies, but eventually the plague was defeated, and everyone, or almost everyone, lived happily ever after. So there ends the fairy tale, and there ends your telling of it, if you wish for a happy ending of your own. Is this how the corruption started? Oh, would you care to explain your logic? Give the king the power to alter people, then people began turning into monsters. Don't you think it's a bit suspicious? Sunil examines you silently for some time. You must think you're very clever indeed, like a child who sees a house burned down and believes the wood is to blame. That the corruption is entangled with the king's powers of alteration is trivially true, and the guild has never denied it. The real question is, who or what is thwarting those powers' correct operation? But it is abundantly clear that you know nothing of the king's magic, and I have better things to do than indulge the misapprehensions of children. Very well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I need to talk to Oleg and Aphra. Both. Okay, I can't remember where Oleg is. IGN's the only place to get 100% accurate game reviews. I mean, listen. Are they accurate to how the person playing it feels about the game? Possibly. Do they make sense and are consistent at all? Not at all, no, never. Is this Oleg? Nope. Maybe he's up here. I feel like this might be him. Oh yeah, this is him. You find Oleg absorbed in some kind of word puzzle. He's sober, but when he glances up, you see bags under his eyes. You again, if you come to throw in the towel. I found your daughter. Her name was Aphra. Oleg stares at you for a long time, without visible emotion. You're trying to scam me. You just picked that out of some book you read. Are they ever paid for their reviews? Yes, almost always. Yeah, that too. Worked on a farm in Istria. Wanted to come home to Ferropolis, but the king denied her. She wanted to go to technical school, but they sent her to a factory, then they took away her medicine, so she got fired. No, she asked the king to change her body, but it refused. At one point, she got arrested for wearing the wrong clothes. I think this one's the most true. Oleg looks at the wall. He starts to reach for a bottle, then stops. Aphra. What kind of name is that? Must have been Genevieve's idea. I never would have chosen it. Well, you used the past tense, so I assume it's not good news. Actually, it's complicated. I am going to tell him the truth. You tell Oleg the whole story, from the cleanup camp to your confrontation with Sunil. At one point, his hands begin shaking, so he hides them in his lap. I had suspicions, of course, that my forgetting was no accident. We know the guild changes people, normal people, not just crooks and saboteurs. If you're observant, you see signs everywhere. Only you can never be sure who is safe to tell. He shakes his head. Special project. I guess I ought to feel honored. I should have looked after her, given her an easy job, a pension, at least a fucking medal. Well then, do you still have my locket? There you go. Takes the locket. Hold on. I think I just got a text. No. Takes the locket gingerly in both hands as if afraid of breaking it, and bows his forehead against it for what feels like an eternity. Oleg looks up at you, clearly struggling for words. The way this ended is no fault of yours. You've given me answers. I am in your debt. Wait a minute, this isn't over. Oleg's expression turns sour. What now? Can a man not be left to grieve in peace? I kind of agree with this. There are versions of your daughter that survive. Don't you want to meet them? I'm happy for them, but they are not my daughters. You say that they were altered by magic? Then they are new people. They are anyone's children. They are the king's. Let its majesty look for them if it wants. Now please, no more questions. What else is there to say? Corrupted or not, Aphra recognized the locket. She remembered you. You're going to say that some part of her is still in there. Maybe there's a way to save her. These are foolish tales people tell themselves because they're scared of the truth. Just as a corpse may gasp and twitch for hours after death, so the corrupted vomit up chunks of the person they replaced. What you spoke to was only an echo, like a ghost. Besides, what would I do? Break her out of her cage, smuggle her past quarantine, hide her in my cupboard? Then we would both be destroyed. My daughter is gone. Whatever thing has her body now, let them burn it. Now please, no more questions. What else is there to say? Alright, I'm done. A debt like this can never be made square, but let me at least give you a down payment. Clockwork smuggler key. This key was kindly donated by a smuggler we picked up in a polite and civil conversation. He told us that it unlocked a stolen royal freight capsule jettisoned from his ship while flying over one of those outlying islands nobody visits. Island is only reachable by air, but you can bet there's treasure in that capsule. I have a feeling I'm getting an airship soon then. It was going to be my retirement plan until somehow the key vanished from our stockpile. Oh well, happens all the time. And now I must ask one more favor, not for me but for my daughter. Take this candle to the missing person's notice board after dark. Light it and let that be an end. Do you want to be there when I light it? I will find my own kind of ceremony. Some things must be done properly, that is all. Alright. Alright, I got 2 things to do at night. Have I turned in... Yeah. Okay. I do have to go to Caxton Frost, but I can do that after I do the stuff in the city. I need to sleep until nighttime, then I'll be rested and ready for nighttime. Then I can light the candle and go meet with Aphra. Honestly, I'm considering telling Aphra about all that, and maybe she'll go talk to Oleg. I don't think he'd like that, but I'm gonna see if it's an option. It's just complicated. Like, that's Aphra. It's a clone of his daughter, which he doesn't acknowledge of it as his daughter, but, you know, whatever. Alright, first things first, light the candle at the notice board. Oh, the pug is awaking. Light a candle for Oleg's daughter. Think about Oleg's daughter and all her sisters and all the people for whom there will never be any candles. Then you think about the faces you saw on your way here. What have they lost that they won't let themselves mourn? Whose absence do they feel without even knowing it? How many are pretending not to see the abyss for fear of being dragged in too? How many think it could never happen to them? Behind you someone begins to sing. Croaking and hesitant at first, no words, just a mournful, keening tune. Something like an elegy, something like a howl. What are you doing, Rock? A prayer and a promise, a hymn for the missing. Well, alright. That quest is done. Let's see what Aphra has to say. Achievement, indeed, indeed. Hello. Aoife peers up into the sky, her brows furrowed in contemplation. Gesture skywards. Is this normal? She tears her eyes away from the celestial teapot. No, I would certainly say this is you. What are you talking about? What does it mean? Why a teapot? I've checked and rechecked my calculations. All we can do. King has summoned you for another audience, just as we hoped. Aoife hands you a leather folder, far heavier than the last. Here it is, my friend. 8 years of my life and the hopes of a kingdom now rest in your hands. Friend, I don't know what will happen after this. If you have any concerns, now is the time to voice them. Aoife, I have something important to tell you about your past. I can tell her. Aoife's brows wrinkle. My past? What do you mean? Tell her what I discover. Yep. Aoife listens intently with growing horror. For the first time since you met her, she seems at a loss for words. God's alive. That's horrible. My arm itches. All those Aoifes, they could have been me, and I could have been them. They were me, and I was them. Why me? Why did I deserve to flourish and they to die? I never knew I had so many sisters. I thought I was changing the king, changing the system. But the king made me? Yet it also made my sisters, left them to die. So all of us were expressions of its majesty's will. She gazes past you to somewhere far away. All my life I wondered why I was here, in this broken world, what I was for. Through all my days as a young engineer, all the indignities I bore. Now I know. There was a reason. She meets your eyes with a look of intense determination. Not many people have the privilege of such a purpose. What happened to my sisters must never happen again. Please, friend, help me finish this. Help me wake the kingdom from this nightmare. Now, where were we? You gave me your spell to insert into the king. Friend, I don't know. Yeah. So she's sticking by it? I have some questions. What if a good king isn't possible? What if that much power can't ever be just? Jesus. Heavens, you sound just like the saboteur. I admit, I've asked myself the same question. When the hour is late and sleep eludes me. Convince me. But I've seen the power of a cipher magic to save a life. Without it, I would have been locked away forever inside the person I used to be. How can we just walk away from that? We don't chew our meat raw because fire can raise our towns. What? Oh, I see. We don't renounce the axe because it chops necks as well as trees. We don't spurn the wheel when it crushes a child's hand. I refuse to accept abstention as our only choice. I will not surrender to the hunger and despair that have hitherto plagued all history. I will not relinquish the dream of the first machinist to those who've forgotten it. Does that all make sense? How much freedom to change will your spell really allow? Initially, a defined set of about 100 qualities can be changed, with hard limits on things like height or density. The king won't do anything that directly endangers your life or another, so you can't become an 80-foot giant with no lungs. Other qualities will become changeable in time once the spell has proved its worth. Most of these rules can be modified by a vote more than half the kingdom. I don't know what she's talking about. Won't that lead to the same kind of mass rewriting? Nothing wrong with asking people to compromise with the needs of their community. What's important is that they're free to say no. Okay, I don't know what she's talking about. If your new king goes mad too, how will anyone stop it? The current faults demonstrably stem from specific errors in our previous spells, born from wishful neglect of fundamental principles. That Sunil denies this does not make it false. There's a saying within the guild, which would be seditious if repeated in public: Drek in, Drek out. It means that if you give the king a faulty input, you get a faulty result. Yet the reverse is also true. With properly enumerated powers and properly specified goals, the errors you describe will never arise in the first place. My spell will create a self-balancing, self-correcting equilibrium, capable of adapting itself to new circumstances. I've spent 8 years planning this. I'm certain it is sound. Does that all make sense? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Counting on you. I don't know. Like, she's promising that she can fix the king and everything will be good. But the saboteur wants to basically just get rid of the king and let people be free. Which sounds good. But at the same time, if there's like a fucking good version of this king that can actually help this fucking kingdom, then that might be a better option. I don't... Choices are hard. Art style for these faces is very PS1, but the polygons are too smooth. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, like... I've noticed that, too. There's a lot of stuff that is, like, kind of retro, but not really. I know exactly what you mean. Okay, so I can apparently go see the king. I can remember how to get there. Is he below? Also, hold on. They kept saying something about a teapot. What the fuck were they talking about? Am I just, like, really dense and didn't see it at all? Oh, yeah. What's that about? Huh. Where is the king? Maybe I have to talk to Sunil. Nope. Can we ride in it? I don't think so. I'm not capable of getting up there. At least not right now. Ooh, shit. Oh, it didn't hurt. I don't remember where the king is. It's kind of a problem. Oops. I would love to ride in a giant flying teapot, though. That sounds fun. But I am wondering why it's there. Kind of strange. Well, regardless. I gotta get to the king, and that's basically... I'm done with this area. Well, I gotta go talk to the Caxton Frost, but aside from that, I'm done with this area. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen either. It'd be nice, though, for sure. I feel like the king is in here. I just don't know where to go to get to him. Is he higher up? Is he lower? No, it's just like a clock tower. They should remake this game as a first-person pinball game. Would that even be a remake at that point? That'd just be a completely different game. Like, you could just call it something else. Call it Dreadball. Kind of like that. Where's the king? Okay, I ran up here. And then they were like, hey, the king needs to see you. And then they took me somewhere, and I don't know where. But I swear to God, I thought it was in here. Where? Rip all the assets makes the quest the same, but redesign the levels to work as pinball sections. But it's like open world, you know? Like, how would you do a pinball game that's open world? If you can make that happen, it sounds interesting. I'd play it, but I don't know how that'd work. Okay, maybe, I think this, yeah, this must take me to the king. I'm still not sure if I want to kill him or reprogram him. I don't know. Hello. Can I talk to him from down here to get a better angle? No. Machine shrieks like a million condemned souls as the feeling of pressure mounts in your body once more. Then your cranial modulator Moderator clicks into action. Suddenly the noise becomes an intelligible chorus. Incoming messages, outgoing commands, distant outposts requesting connections or announcing faults. There's so many faults. You're standing in the brain of this awful machine and it's bleeding to death. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail its majesty Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Welcome back, subject MCDX CCXLII. Thou mayest rise. Hast thou completed the sacramental duty? Not yet, your majesty. Pondering. Judgment. The duty remains unfulfilled. Dost thou require instruction as to thy task? Please explain the duty again. Okay. This time you find you can understand the dense lines of sixfold cipher. Teapot large. Ingredients. Teapot large. 4 pints fresh goblin's milk. 1 cup salted water. Half a teaspoon. 61,660,000 gallons fresh water, 652,152 tons of venin tea, 30,540 tons of unsweetened sugar, 2 pints teapot, 2 pounds crinkled honey, 4 pints custard sog, half pint ambergris, smooth meat, 3 pounds jittermoss powder, teapot. Instructions, it's a fucking recipe. It's a recipe to fill the giant teapot in the sky. Steep for 15 years. You want me to make a pot of tea? Correct, this is a sacramental duty, on which depends the safety of this kingdom and all subsidiary imperatives. How can the kingdom's safety depend on a pot of tea? In 29 years of our glorious reign, we have observed one ceremony that most reliably foretells happiness, calm, comfort, and comity, I don't even know what that is, and the proper observance of duties. The ceremony precedes or coincides with every deal struck, every counsel given, every declaration of love, and fulfillment of quotas. This is the sacramental duty as it is written, so it must be. But this isn't even how you make tea. Incorrect. We have studied more than whatever iterations of the ceremony across the kingdom. Sacramental duty is the optimal weighted equilibrium of all subjects' desires. This is the sacramental duty. This has to be a joke. Incorrect. This is a joke. There are 10 kinds of people in the Oniric Isles. 0. Those who know sixfold. 1. Those who know not sixfold. 2. Those who know sixfold excellently. 3. Those who know... You said 3 people! Those who know sixfold but poorly. Those who know not that they know sixfold. Those who know not that they know not sixfold. Those whose knowledge of sixfold is unknown to us at this time. I stand corrected. Okay. Your Majesty, the guild has sent me to give you a new spell. We have not requested a new spell, therefore we demand on whose authority comest thou here. It's necessary for the sacramental duty. Shall insert the spell into our petition port. I mean... After that shit about the fucking tea, that made me think this thing needs to be just destroyed instead of trying to reform it. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. This might be the toughest choice I've come across in this game. If you, like, actually think about it. I mean, she's worked on it for 8 years. And she's really certain. But also, she was made by the king. She could be faulty. And if he's dead, they'll just have to figure out their own shit, and then that'll just be something new. They might just remake the king. And then she can implement her changes at that point. Because this thing just seems too far gone. I'm killing it. You slide the punch card easily into the larger slot. Halfway in, it meets resistance and is sucked inside. A saying spell. Beware, enacting the spell will alter our majesty's cipher nucleus, and the consequences cannot be divined. Wilt thou commit? It really makes you commit, huh? I don't know, the king's done some really terrible shit. Yeah. There's a blur of rapid clicking, and then a series of deep clunks echoes through the whole tower. Above your head, a cacophony of bells ring out, like a call to worship across the whole city. Rejoice and exult! The spell is enacted. As it is written, so it shall be, in the name of its majesty, Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Subject MCDX CCXLII, thou carriest a second spell. Augury. Conflicting spells may cause cascading reality exception. 65% confidence. Therefore, edict. Thou shalt insert this heretical spell into our petition port for controlled annihilation. I'm not giving you anything. Oh my god, okay. Sharp, sweet lightning dances across your body as the other punch card flies out of your pack and into the king's petition port. Aoifra's spell is sucked away into the guts of the Clockwork King, and with it her hopes of a world where magic serves all. Now, subject MCDXCCXLII, the sacramental duty. Above the bells you can hear angry shouting from outside the chamber. You realize the scrolling parchment contains a record of your acts. Slice it out with your blade. King's writing arm stabs at your hands as you pull the last few yards of parchment out and stuff them into a gap in the gears, down into the depths of the machine. New parchment continues to spill out onto the floor while the arm scrawls desperately. To disturb the parchment isn't an anathema. Edict. To disturb the parchment is anathema. Edict. To disturb the parchment. Okay. Well, I'm out of here. Good luck with that. Good luck, everybody. Godspeed. I gotta go talk to Aoifra. I'm just gonna tell her the truth. I don't think this thing can be fixed. And I think it needed to die. Like, I think she's grasping at straws, man. What have you done? Above you, the king's bells continue ringing. Smile sweetly. I don't know what you're talking about. Sunil eyes you with barely suppressed fury. The only reason you are not in manacles is because its majesty wishes you unmolested. Ooh. Rest assured, any foolish attempt at tampering will be discovered and reversed. Long live the king, Sunil. He narrows his eyes, uncertain of your meaning. Long live the king. The royal militia behind him all holler in unison, long live the king! Okay. Good luck with that, everybody. I'm gonna go tell Aoifra what happened. I am sorry, Aoifra. I like you. I actually trust you. I just don't think it was a good idea. You find Aoifra humming to herself. It's a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once. Like a lullaby from time's own beginning. At the sight of you, hope and anxiety blossom on her face. Oof. Is it done? I heard the bells. Someone offered me a different punch card, the saboteur. I'm not gonna lie to her. For a long moment, she stares at you, aghast. You can see her decades of practice controlling her emotions slowly taking effect. I see. If I may ask, why? No system will ever be perfect enough to trust with people's lives. In a more vague sense, yes, that is kind of how I feel. I suppose it was a fantasy to think anyone would see it the way I do. How long do we have? Long enough for people to prepare. She nods. An uncontrolled shutdown could annihilate the kingdom. Assuming the saboteur doesn't want that, I say we have weeks, perhaps a month or two. So that's it. The king will die and we shall see suffering. Starvation, disease, and violence unlike anything since the God War. Why did I imagine it'd ever be otherwise? You're wrong, Aoifra. People will be better off without the king. I hope you're right. I truly do. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Isn't that what they say? We should make that our new national motto. Please, friend, don't rub more salt in my wounds. I think I need to be alone. Maybe you should seek out Riza, ask if you can help. Riza? You spoke to Riza? I can almost see the gears turning in her head. Oh. Now I see. Well, Riza, my dear, you've decisively won our argument. But help them? No. They don't want to see me. Anyway, what use would I be? The king's magic is all I know. I can't even cast basic spells on my own. They spoke fondly of you. I believe they'd welcome your aid, and no one knows better than you what will happen next. Truly? Perhaps you're right. One of the last things they ever told me was, you're wasted here. The guild doesn't care about you. Yes, I will seek out Riza. Maybe there's still some good I can do in her new world. She doesn't look very happy about it. Please, friend, don't rub me. Yeah, alright. I liked her. I liked Aphra quite a bit. Aphra blinks and then looks up at the sky. Oh, the snow has stopped. Our long winter is finally ending. Alas, I fear spring will be cruel indeed. Kind of ironic, huh? Once I dreamed that this kingdom could be a paradise. In the end, though, we all have to wake up. You feel like AI is gonna revive and ruin the YouTube poop? Are you just what? Are you just talking in general? Like YouTube poops are just gonna die out because of AI? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I just gotta go see Caxton Frost now. I'm not gonna worry about these two quests. I'm just not gonna do them. I'm not really worried about it. Where is he? In the mountains northeast of Ferropolis. Okay, so it's probably this, Dreamer's Reprieve. Getting you just stream of consciousness posts in chat. I know, but I was just trying to be, I know you do, but I was just trying to be clear about what you were saying. Like, it just, like, you said AI, and I assumed you were talking about the game, but then you mentioned YouTube poop, and that's what really threw me off. I'm gonna go see if I can upgrade my house, my clockwork house a little bit. AI's too good at making funny looky shit, and the youth don't care about human hands forming their faces. Yeah, I will admit, I am guilty of looking at AI videos because they're so fucking dumb and bizarre and finding them hilarious. Like, I sent one to Kevin earlier today that was like, top 10 foods, top 10 snacks, eating themselves as snacks, and it was just like a cute marshmallow that someone off screen was just feeding little marshmallows. It was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. But it was... I watched it. I sure fucking watched it. And I gotta plug up my keyboard. Okay. I could furnish the annex, but that's kind of like counting my chickens before they hatch. Oh well. I need more iron. I bet my annex looks nice. Where is it? Is it? Oh wow. It does look nice. Barian. Barian. What does this do? Oh, nice. Well, the entire house is shit, except for this up here. That's great. Our shit posters used to put genuine effort and time into things that look bad. We used to be a country. I mean, yeah, I agree. Listen. Me and Sam were talking about I think you know Durham Rocker Z. We were talking about what if Durham Rocker Z comes back because there's a new season of King of the Hill, and we were just like, God, that'd be the dream. I'm gonna go see if anyone in town is selling iron. Because then I could actually make the house have a bed, and that'd be nice. Haven't thought about that since we lived next to. I know, right? Dallas, sell land. Is it the weird fucking song he sang to Bobby? He's like, well, you see, Bobby. I remember that. There's just some random things I remember from those videos. And for anyone that has no idea what I'm talking about, there's a guy who used to do King of the Hill YouTube poops on YouTube, obviously, called Durham Rocker Z. And in high school, me and friends used to just watch him all the time. And they're just incredibly dumb. But I don't think he's put out a video in like fucking 15 years. Why do you have to ask me what my business is with the weapons every time I come in? Like, I figured you'd know. Alright, you're not selling iron. That's unfortunate. There's no way this person sells iron, right? No. Alright, fuck it. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm leaving. Yeah, run! God, you can go so fucking fast. Go, 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 go. Is that? I think that's where I'm trying to go. Nope, nope, nope. I lived. Sorry. You're thinking about YouTube poops because a song on your gym playlist has a bar that says got more sauce than a YouTube poop. That's a whole lot of sauce on me. Jeez. What song is that? Yeah, YouTube poops. I mean, honestly, YouTube poops have kind of been dead for a while now. Yeah, I don't know that artist. Fuck. I mean, shit, Gamer Poops. I feel like the guy who makes Gamer Poops is still making videos. Or he was for a while. I don't know if he still is. But he was making stuff pretty recently, like within the past few years. Gamer Poops were also something I was super into in high school. I mean, hell, we got Jarl Ballin is still on some channels that well, never mind. Ugh, what a jolly horrid day. This is going to affect my dreams for weeks. A new dark direction for Horace Metcalf. That's what they'll say. Sometimes I do music, but also sometimes English. Does Dreamcast model rip voice-actuated skits? Okay. Okay. Horace, listen to me, your whole identity is fiction, blah 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 blah. No, he didn't like that. I found this brass cylinder in a ruin. Do you recognize it? Why, yes I do. It's part of that old music box over there. I'm no good with devices, so I've never been able to figure out what was wrong, but how did you find it? The box hasn't played in years. Where? Music box, blah, blah, blah. It's a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You feel a shiver run up your spinal cord and the hairs on your arms prick up. Behind you, a porcelain teacup smashes on the floor. Metcalf gazes into nothingness, his eyes half closed. His breathing is slow and gentle, as if he is sleeping. Poke him. Quick as a flash, he jerks awake and grabs your wrist with surprising strength. No! Frantic eyes dart around the room before coming to rest on you. His breathing is sharp and shallow, like he's just survived a fight. You blooming idiot! You've ruined my cover! What do you mean your cover? I did this, you nincompoop. I erased my memories. It's the only thing that's kept me hidden from Clockwork King for all these years. The only thing protecting Samal. Now you've gone and ruined it all, you blinking artichoke. That's interesting. It seems I still can't swear. You seriously brainwashed yourself to not swear? In my Dark Star days, I was known for having a rather dirty mouth. All just compensating, of course. Still, making Horus more prissing seemed a useful addition to my guise. It's like Vocaloid adjacent. You'll link in the Discord. Sounds good. Sounds good. How did you erase your own memories? What, as if it's hard? Perhaps you're aware that the king alters people's minds. With an old book on memory magic purloined from the Duchess, I had little trouble back-engineering the technology. Called in a favor inside the Machinist Guild to create some false records, and voila! Horus Metcalf was born, except now you've killed him, you prize-flipping dimwit. Aren't you happy to be your true self again, He squints at you. You really don't get it, do you? I liked being Horus. Nobody ever shot at Horus. Nobody tried to throw him off a skyship. Nobody ever put a flipping Typhos under his bed for beating them at cards. You know how nice it was, after years of being feared, to simply be liked. Listen, never mind all that. I need your help. Help? You blunder in here, you set fire to my life, and you want my help? You can go hang yourself. I'll have my bally hands full escaping the kingdom and, oh yes, never seeing anyone I love ever again. Vela Kalos is trying to destroy the world. Frost's brows rumple as he listens to your explanation. So it's begun. Vela's great work. Has she already gone to the Underlands? Yes, to something called the Cradle. He shakes his head. Not my problem. You found me, it's only a matter of time until the king finds me too. I must put my affairs in order and depart immediately. I mean, he's about to die, you know? I'm just saying. You followed Vela for years, how can you just walk away? He snarls, because I never was a Dark Star. I was a spy. As a young man, it was my misfortune to become a hero of the Clockwork Kingdom. My aptitude with ancient Emberian machines was prized, and I was easily dazzled by conditional acclaim. You must understand, the future used to be so bright here. People lived well, and we truly seemed on the brink of a better world. I wanted to believe that more than anyone. So when the king gave me a chance to truly serve my country, I accepted. I posed as a disgruntled émigré, offering my services to Vela Kalos. Together we spent all the next 8 years unlocking the secrets of the Emberians, all of which I secretly relayed to my sovereign. Having been somewhat of a thespian in my school days, I confess I found the subterfuge exciting. However, one does not wear a mask for so long without it changing one's face. Yeah, makes sense. As news from the kingdom grew darker, I came to trust Vela over the king. She promised that we could be the ones to build Elysium, using powers from before the world rend, and until that blooming mutiny, I believed her. What caused the mutiny? Discontent had long been brewing over our frayed relations with the Union, and anyone could see that Vela was growing more reckless and paranoid by the week. Her plan to drag us all to the Underlands was merely the final straw. How did Vela respond? The mutiny was led by Vela's childhood friend. I think she felt it as rejection of not only her plans, but of herself, of everything they'd shared. Pray that on the day you feel like that, you do not have command of an Eschaton-class kilo-caliber howitzer. Words. So what did you do in the end? Oops. I fought Vela that day, but my faith was broken. I'd lived through enough purges and coups d'etat in the king's early years to know a tyrant when I saw one. Still, my mission stood, or so I thought. As it turned out, my next orders would be my last. The king wanted me to steal Vela's treasure map, to betray the only people I'd ever felt truly at home with, and deliver untold power to an increasingly callous despot. Yet what was my alternative? Betray my homeland and hand that power instead to an increasingly cruel and unstable outlaw? It was an impossible choice, so I did what any coward would do. He shrugs. I ran away. My only mistake was to hide my old memories instead of destroying them. A sentimental lapse I shan't repeat. What did Vela's treasure map point to? Something more valuable than gold, or so she said. An ancient artifact with the power to turn the world upside down. I was skeptical, but evidently the king was willing to burn my entire mission just to get a hold of it. Why did you choose those ruins in particular? For what? Because they were my home. I grew up in progress amidst... Oh, where the music thing was. I grew up in progress amidst the machinery that was meant to liberate us all. As to how many of my family escaped, I can only speculate. A fitting grave for a failed patriot, wouldn't you say? We've no time for this. What's done is done. Regardless, nothing has changed. I still lack the courage either to help Vela or stop her. You've destroyed my life for no good purpose, and now I shall bid you adieu. Will you shut your mouth for 1 fucking second? His eyes narrow. I beg your pardon. How dare you? Do you actually know what's been happening in your beloved kingdom? Of course I do. My memories from Horus are cloudy, but he wasn't blinking stupid. Do you know summer's been abolished and nobody can get anything to eat? Well, Wait, what? You've been spinning yards to distract people while their neighbors die. Is that so flipping evil? What the fudge else are they meant to do? What was I meant to do? Hiding from your past won't make it go away. There's a long silence as you stare at each other. Would you perhaps like a moment to get your breath back? Shut up. Ross lets out a long, deep sigh. You're right, of course. I have been hiding from the fear that my better world will never come to pass. No matter who's in charge, it always goes wrong, and yet I cannot bring myself to truly give up hope. At least for Horus, things were simple. You've seen where these grand ideas always end. Let's stop Vela from dragging everyone down with her. So where would you drag us? What are you fighting for? The Inquisition? The status quo? You lament the price of others' goals, but how many people have you hurt to get here? And how many more will it take to stop Vela? And yet, there's truth in what you say. For years I've been pretending I can't smell the smoke, and all I accomplished was to let the blaze grow out of control. Better that I stop the show than let the stage burn down. However, that is not enough. I want a full Inquisition pardon. I want Union citizenship for me, Samal, and his family. I want 5,000 coins in silver bullion, and another 5,000 in fully assignable, non-revocable promissory notes from the Usurers Guild of Riova. Done! Good. Given the stakes and my skills, I think it's rather a bargain. Vela always planned to hole up at the blinding light if things went pear-shaped. Since she's now in the wind, I would guess you've already captured the fortress. I'll make my way there. But first... Ross closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. First, I must say goodbye to Sam. I'd rather hoped we might get married, perhaps even petition to adopt. Well, I suppose it'll have to wait. You'll get that chance, my guy. You'll get that chance. Okay. So yeah, this is it. Shit, man. Back to the blinding light. Okay, I think I'm gonna like see what the next thing we do is, and then I'm gonna end. Like I'm gonna go talk to the person, and they'll be like, "Ah, it's time for the final confrontation," and I'll just be like, "Next time on the Lucius light stream," you know, be like a Dragon Ball Z Stinger type thing. Hi, Rocky. Alright. Thoughts on Hatsune Miku? I mean, I don't really have any, you know. I don't know. I know it was years ago, but every time I think about Hatsune Miku, I think about the time that, Domino's in Japan made it so that you could, like, have her dance on your pizza box. I think of that every fucking time I think about her. We want to go Vela's gunship. But I don't really have any, like, a positive or negative opinion of Hatsune Miku. I'm not, like, a big fan of the music, but she's had some good stuff, you know? There's been some good stuff that I was like, hey, this is kind of a jam. I couldn't name it, because I don't have it on any playlist I listen to, but, you know, I'm just kind of ambivalent, really. Yeah, exactly. See, exactly, yeah, you got it. I like the pineapple on pizza emote. That's offensive to me. What is this? Oh, hey. Well, it's good to be out in the Sky Realms once again. One can get frightfully bored spending eternity in dusty old tombs. You took the mask off! You're beautiful. How are you settling in? Just about finished transposing my collection of essential grimoires. Not a bad spot for them, eh? I must admit it's exciting to see all these mortals scurrying around. There's an urgency to mortal life that's been lost to my kind. I realize that now that since giving up this life, I've missed it. Farewell. Oh, that's a global emote? Shit. I had no idea. He lost his luchas de apuestas. I don't know what that is, but yes. Let's see if I can talk to the others. I'm just kind of curious what they say. Especially the Ambarian. That's who's gonna, like, advance the main quest. But let me see if the other people are here. Who are you? Oh, you're like the first guy I met. Hey. What can I do for you? How are you settling in? Ah, the blinding light. I remember when we captured this place from its union caretakers. Back when we thought we could get away with anything. Okay. Alright. Oh, I leveled. I'll just keep doing wisdom. It's a wager fight. Normally mask v mask in Lucha Libre. Yeah, she did kind of have like a... Like a, what am I looking for here? Like a... Luchador mask. Yes, Luchador. That's what I was trying to say. Cool, I got big fancy sword. Best sword in game. Look at me. I am all powerful. Okay, I gotta find these other people. I found the Duchess, but where's like the Ambarian, Caxton Frost. I'm trying to remember who else. I feel like that might be it, but I still need to see them. Oops. Someone over here, maybe? No? Maybe in here? A mod for this that turns the game into Foster's home for imaginary friends would go hard with this art style. That is so specific. Why? Why Foster's? Hey, you got a weird machine. Rat blast, sugar blinking, blooming, flipping fudge. Still having trouble cursing? No, say it with me. Cunt. Cunt. Cummerband. Ah, this is just undignified. But enough of that. Are you bothering me for a purpose, or do you truly value your time so cheaply as to spend it on blooming chit-chat? I want to see how you're settling in. Oh, like a louse to an armpit. Who the fluff do you imagine restored this fortress in the first place? Given my abrupt departure from the Dark Stars. Oh my god. Tanner, why? Rotate the cow in your mind. The cow? Cow? What cow? Are you talking about a Foster's character or something in this game? I did actually watch Foster's. I think I watched the whole thing. I've been watching Adventure Time here lately because I only watched it up until like season 4. And apparently, like, season 5 onward is where the story gets, like, really serious and kind of dark. So I wanted to see what that's like. Look at this loser, he can't rotate a cow in his mind. I just don't know what cow you're talking about. You've been watching Fiona and Cake? Yeah. Seeing that Fiona and Cake was coming out kind of made me want to, like, catch up. So that I'm watching Adventure Time, and then I'm gonna watch... Apparently there's like an Adventure Time movie, and then there was like a short spin-off series, so I'm gonna... My entire goal is to catch up so I can watch Fiona and Cake, because apparently it's based on everything that's happened. I don't know. Anyway, fuck you, Tanner. There's a BMO series? You haven't watched any since like season 3? Yeah. The last thing I remember was him getting with Flame Princess. Before I watched. Now I'm further than that. Like, before I started rewatching, that was the last thing I remembered. As it happens, my father helped build these monsters back in the God War. The wooden parts are Lundelees, but the guns, plumbing, and nearly everything metal was made in Cardova. He used to put me to sleep by reciting components and assembly procedures. So this fortress was made in the Clockwork Kingdom? Correct, although back then it was called the Cardovan Republic. Somewhere in the guts of this thing there will be a nameplate, laid down in such and such a year. Progress Cardova. No gods, no masters. Funny how that one turned out. Well, that explains a lot. Touche. Don't go that far, will that be all? Clockwork exoskeleton is new, it helps you walk. My, how observant you are. In fact, ambulatory support is merely one of its functions. The first incarnation was rather less powerful, but to be fair, I was rather smaller. I expect you went the whole story, after all is very... You can skip it. Good, will that be all? Oh. You were quite correct to scold me back in the kingdom. The word for what I was doing is wallowing, specifically in childish rage and self-pity. He pauses, apparently unsure what to say next. Don't mention it, we all have our bad days. Yes, quite. Very good. What are you waiting for, a medal? Bog off before you break something expensive. Oop, oop. Okay, I met him. I still want to see the Ambarian. She's my favorite. You just jumped in with Fiona and Cake. Oh, here she is. Ah, the blinding light. You know, I never thought I'd see this place again. How are you settling in? Makes my skin crawl seeing Inquisition agents scurrying around. Keep thinking they're gonna grab me and throw me in a cell. But if siding with this slot is the only way to get to Vela, I suppose I have to get used to it. Okay. Don't need no Matt Cardova in this. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Ah, haven't you been busy? All the former Dark Stars have returned. She cackles and coughs, just like old times. Together we've conceived a plan. According to Orlaith, Vela has fled to the Underlands, and what's more, she knows where. You will take these Dark Star criminals as your companions. You will pursue Vela. You will not fail. What's down there exactly? Centuries ago, the Ambarians built an empire of metal and magic in defiance of the gods. It stretched across the world's surface, and humanity prospered. She spits the word. 400 years ago, the World Rend blasted that empire to dust. Only the sky realm survived. All that's left down there are cursed ruins, haunted by ghosts and patrolled by mechanical horrors. The very air is poisoned with a thick miasma. Traversing that place will be difficult, but I have the utmost faith that you will die nobly for our cause. You may even succeed. Okay, how will we do it? Caxton Frost has finished repairing the blinding light. We can launch a small cutter airship on an expedition to the Underlands. But first, I will let you do the honors of activating the blinding light. Go to the main control panel and set the alert for battle stations. Okay. Oh my. This thing fucking moves? I was wondering whenever he said, like, he said something like it was made in the Clockwork Kingdom and then moved, but this makes a lot more sense. Alright. Now what? Ah, do you feel that? The blinding light takes to the skies once again. You never said this was... Yeah, can't we just fly this whole airship after Vela? This flying fortress is too large to make the descent. The storms that permanently rage above the Underlands would tear it to shreds. But we can launch a small cutter vessel with a reinforced hull that may survive the journey. Tribunal can monitor your progress from the safety of the skies. So, what next? You and the former Dark Stars will assemble into a counter-warship Strike Force, and pursue Vela. Your mission is as follows. You'll make your way to the hangar of the Blinding Light, where there is a small cutter airship ready to descend to the Underlands. Jack Basalt will pilot the craft, while the Duchess's magic will shield it from unrelenting chaos of the Understorms. Caxton Frost will disarm whatever ancient security systems you find on the surface. Once you land, Orlaith will guide the way to the cradle. Orlaith? Who the fuck is Orlaith? Let me remember. The cradle. Exactly what the cradle is, we don't know, but Vela thinks it can rewrite the very fabric of reality. Needless to say, she must be stopped. She pauses. A ghastly rattle issues from within her workings. Is it a sigh? She sounds almost moved. Listen, Confessor, if it were up to me, we'd have a whole naval fleet hurtling down there, but the Union Navy doesn't want to hear it. They think this coffin they stuffed me in has clouded my reason. I have the authority to send only the most expendable of my tribunal. She points a mechanical limb in your direction. But loath as I am to admit it, you've proven yourself just as capable as any operative under my command. So it falls solely on your team to stop Vela at any cost. Remember that she meddles with forces beyond our comprehension, and threatens the stability of not just the Apostatic Union, but the whole of the Sky Realms. Is your mission clear, Confessor? What was I, 16? No, 17. No. All clear, I'm ready. Make your way to the hangar to depart. Okay. I'm gonna get on the ship and then end, I think. This must be it, right? Oh! Well, shit, we're just here, huh? Can I save? Jesus Christ, where? I'm not on the map anymore. Can I save? Is there like a save point somewhere? This is like the end of the game. Maybe I should just do it. Maybe I should just do it. I'll just do it. Alright, hello. You wake with a pounding head, you gasp for breath, your lungs fill with acrid air. Everything hurts. Assault eyes you without sympathy. You look like squid shit, Confessor. You must feel like you've been chewed up by a typhus. Let me fill you in. Gestures around you. The cutter crashed. No shit. Well, thought I'd spell it out for you. The curse rots one's mind, after all. You see, we'd stashed a bunch of protective suits in the cutter, thick leather garments sealed with stitches and cipher to ward off the miasma that clings to the air down here. But they all got burned up in the crash. The only thing we could save, he taps his mask, was this one. So that dizziness, the head pain, the stinging in your lungs, I'm afraid that's the miasma. the curse. I'm sorry. So am I going to die? He shrugs. Depends on the exposure time. If we get this done quick, you might have a chance. He looks around. Anyway, you might be able to salvage some sort of protection down here if you're lucky. There's been plenty of foolhardy expeditions to the Underlands, and the archaeologists, well, let's just say they don't often come back. They really just jettison the pod to the next location. I know, right? The others will be fine. Frost and the Emberian have respirators built into their suits, and the Duchess, well, she's not been breathing for centuries anyway. Interesting. Frost is peering through a spyglass at the edifice of metal and shattered glass upon the nearby clifftop. Magnificent. The structure is very nearly intact. Imagine what it was like in its prime. He lowers the spyglass and examines you, looking remarkably unruffled by the crash. You survived then. Well done. Knew you had it in you. By all objective standards, our situation is dire, and yet I can't help but feel a sense of anticipation. Uncovering the secrets of this place has been my life's work, and now we are pursuing the greatest secret of all. How ironic that it should be due to my own mistakes rather than those of some comfortably long-dead civilization. He mutters to himself. Keep your head in the game, Horace, or Caxton, whatever. Alright. We're actually here, the ominous Underlands below the clouds. Even 4 centuries ago, back when I could breathe fresh air, this place had a mystical quality. From Verdant, we could see the twinkling lights of Emberian cities, distant and beautiful, far below us. Once I even met one. An Emberian delegate was sent to meet with my father. They arrived in a craft of pure metal. I'd never seen anything like it. But I must admit, to be here after all these years feels underwhelming. I had thought that even in death their cities wouldn't hold a certain majesty, just as my own home still does, but this is a dreary, ugly place, strewn with rust and bone. Let us not linger more than we need to. Alright. Where's the Emberian, though? Did she die? I hope not. She's the love of my life. Well, I just want to find a save point. I don't want to do this right now. I'd rather save it for tomorrow. Let me look around. Oh? Oh. I can just teleport back if I want. Hey guys, I found a way back up to the surface. Nah, the game's clearly just making it a little easy on me. Alright, let me find... Where am I? Am I on the ship? Yeah, I'm on the ship. Where's the save point? You're not what I want. Yeah, I was thinking about just doing it, but I'd rather hold off. Sleep. Alright, I saved. I have a spawn point. So on that note, we're gonna be able to finish this game tomorrow. And that, you know, we're very close to the end. I'll be able to wrap it up, and then we'll be able to... I mean, honestly, with how close we are, I might be able to finish it up and then move on to something else tomorrow, but we'll see. But either way, I will be live tomorrow. We're gonna finish Dread Delusion, have it off the list. We'll move on to probably more traditionally spooky stuff after that. I do want to do Darkest Dungeon, which isn't exactly spooky. It's just kind of dark. But before I do that, I might do like a spooky one-off or two. So yeah, we're gonna be moving into spooky stuff after this. If we finish it up real quick, I might go ahead and start on the next game, which the next somewhat longer game is gonna be Darkest Dungeon, because I do really want to play that. I love that game. It's been a long time since I played it, and it fits. But if we take up like an hour and a half or more of stream time to finish up Dread Delusion, that'll just be it. Spooky games like Tak and the Power of Juju, you got it. But anyway, VOD viewers, I hope you enjoyed watching Dread Delusion. Finale will be coming very soon, tomorrow. If you're watching this from the future, it's probably already available. Yeah, good times. I was expecting to go up until 10:30, and it's 10:25, so it worked out perfectly. Just very, very perfectly. But I will see you in the next one, VOD viewers. Bye, guys.